Here are the 9 steps to beat the new YouTube algorithm that I've learned after being on YouTube since 2012, uploading over 600 videos and doing over $5 million. I just started this new channel, but I have many other channels, including this one with 7,000 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, but this is the first truth that I found about the algorithm after this video of mine went viral and got 1 million views, is that your comment to view ratio, let me say that again, your comment to view ratio matters a lot. For instance, this is one of my viral videos and it got a ratio of 0.3%. In this case, mainly, I assume because people naturally love to comment under this type of video, which is about religion. But you can, of course, ask for comments, like I do right now. I'm going to leave a pinned comment below, where, for example, you can post your current subscriber amount and where we can subscribe to each other. So we can grow together, and 6 months from now, you can come back and see how much you've grown. So leave a comment below and let's help each other grow in 2025. And the second step to beat the algorithm is to increase your click-through rate, but not the standard advice you've heard before, because you already know how important the title and thumbnail are. But have you ever thought about this part, which is the autoplay showing the first few seconds of your video before someone clicks on it? It's actually more important than I thought. Here's what Mr. Beast had to say.
I try to think of the first frame as the thumbnail.
But now on YouTube, videos automatically play. It's possible that people open YouTube and they don't see it. They don't
Especially
even see the
for
thumbnail.
us, because like for so many people I've watched hundreds of our videos, when I upload, I am first on your homepage. So like you just literally don't even see the thumbnail because it autoplays so quickly. So like the thumbnail is irrelevant. I have to like visually convince you to click on the video.
You hear it. Sometimes you don't even see the thumbnail because the autoplay is so fast. So make sure you treat the first 5 seconds as important as the thumbnail. And if you wonder how you can make your thumbnails look like this, and this in minutes, well, I've created these free thumbnail templates which you can download below for free. Which brings me to titles. Your video title always shows, even if there is autoplay. And here are 3 things that I've learned about YouTube titles after doing this 6-month experiment where I posted over 311 long-form videos. Insight number 1. On the majority of my A/B test, the titles that had 1 or 2 words in uppercase, caps lock, those titles had a higher click-through rate than the titles without any words in caps lock. So my takeaway, at least to myself, is to always include at least one title with at least 1 or 2 words in caps lock in my A/B test. Later in the video, I will share which words I often caps lock because they have proven to work every time for a higher click-through rate based on the A/B test data. Now, title insight 2 is that short titles, meaning less than 41 characters, sometimes get a higher click-through rate, but of course show up less in search results because they just contain less keywords to be found on. But since 80 or 90% ish of my views come from the home tab / recommended, I usually include at least one shorter title in my A/B testing. And I personally use a pay tool which allows me to hourly A/B test. Yes, you heard that right, hourly, not daily, meaning my titles and thumbnails change every hour, and therefore I'm able to learn a lot faster. But I also use it for another reason, because if you think that the free A/B test tool from YouTube itself is any good, well, I don't think it's that great. Here's why. YouTube only shows you the average view duration of each thumbnail. Now, average view duration is important, but for thumbnails and titles, I think CTR, click-through rate, is even more important. To be more precise with my words, I've seen that my own videos got more views with an average view duration but high click-through rate, so I prefer that over a high view duration but average click-through rate. Regardless, I at least want to know the different metrics for each of the thumbnail and title, not just the view duration. I care most about these 3 metrics, but YouTube doesn't give this data. Now, you can also test not more than 3 things, and it's only for the thumbnails. So if you can afford like $30 a month-ish for a pay tool, then I think it's worth it for anyone who's serious about YouTube. And if you want my Google Sheet with 80 plus free tools that I use in my business, then click the link below. And no, it doesn't have any affiliate links. They are tools that I actually use and they're free. Now, my third insight about titles after uploading over 600 videos is to use power words. Now, what are they, you may ask? Remember what I said about caps locking certain words in your title? Well, here are the 9 words that consistently have performed well for me. So maybe for you too. Number 1, new, breaking, fuck, or variations like unfuck. Genius, killer, fast, shocking, or variations like shocks, he or she shocks. Number 8, insane. And if you want to know number 9 and other practical insights just like this, well, I share them in my weekly Golden Nuggets email that you automatically receive if you download the free thumbnail pack below. And trust me when I say that it is an email that you actually want to read, without sales stuff, just value. Basically all the things that I've learned from last week in business, YouTube, and some secrets that I only share there, all packed in a 2-minute email. Because just like emails, you want to make sure that your videos have a high dwell time, meaning that people actually stay, they dwell, and they watch, read, whatever it is. Now, to be more specific, YouTube specifically cares about the following metric nobody talks about, which is session watch time. So that's not average view duration of one video, all the videos someone watches of you in one session. Now here are 2 practical ways how you can increase this unknown but incredibly important metric. Number 1, link to a playlist of yours, not a video, in the end screen, pinned comment and description. Now here's what I like to do. I add the video that I mentioned at the end of this video into a playlist and then open that video in the playlist so I can copy paste this link and use it everywhere, including my end screen, pinned comment, description. So I can still say, watch this video next, but then a percentage of those people continue watching the other videos in that playlist, which of course automatically then increases session watch time. Which brings me to Iman Gadzhi's clever secret way to increase this number, which is still linking to your playlist, which I don't believe he does, but the video inside that playlist that you link to is a long video, like this example. The longer the better, because when people watch like 30% of this 38-minute video, it leads to 11 extra minutes in session watch time. Now if you compare that to this example, it would only increase it by 1 minute. Now, as always, don't believe me. Instead, take the time to make a much longer video than you're used to. At least do that once and then test it for yourself. Start linking to that video, add it to a playlist, and give it enough time, a few months, where you link to that longer video on multiple videos and see in the stats what it does for you. After all, just because it worked for Iman Gadzhi doesn't mean it will work for you, although it's likely. Which brings me to the 3rd metric that I optimize for on my other channel, which is already monetized, which is ad revenue. Because the more money YouTube can make on your video, the more they show it to people, right? If you're YouTube, would you promote a video with a $22 CPM with equal stats, think average view duration and so on? Or would you push the video with a $3 CPM? Anyways, a quick tip here is to upload your video in the category education, not in people and blogs, if that makes sense for you, because people interested in education often have a higher CPM than people in the blog category. Which brings me to the bonus. If you right click on a YouTube page like this and click on view page source, then you can Ctrl F the word category to find the category of someone else's viral video. And if you want to know 49 other YouTube settings to unfuck your channel, then watch this video next. Talk soon.